video is sponsored by Picastro. It's like Instagram for space nerds. Well, good evening. Welcome to Space Oddities. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday evening. Tonight, the great Mars quiz. So if you haven't already, make sure you've got pen and paper handy. We're going to have some fun this evening. And of course, the winner of tonight's quiz is going to win a book. The book Life on Mars, or The Search for Life on Mars. And it's a wonderful prize. So we hope you all enjoy the quiz. We're going to get to it shortly. And we'll see how we do. I'm sure there are a lot of you who know an awful lot about Mars out there. So we'll see whether we can separate the men from the boys, as it were, or the girls from the women. Anyway, delighted to have with us tonight Michael. Hi, Mike.
Hi there.
Roger.
Hello.
Daz.
Hello.
Lou.
Greetings from far away.
Oh. Well, you don't seem far away. You've got a pretty good connection there, Lou.
Isn't that strange?
Yeah.
He's in the filing cupboard.
Far away.
yeah. He's been banished to the filing cupboard. And of course, last but very much least, we have Tom. So how are you, Tom?
Very good. Very good. Yes.
Well, that's
looking forward to the quiz.
we are looking forward to the quiz because it's a lot of quiz this
Can I
week.
just say welcome to Pauline from Bromsgrove Astronomical Society and Stuart from Coronian Society in Kidderminster.
No, you can't.
Oh yeah. What a dear call. Good.
Welcome, Pauline and Stuart. Thank you for joining us. Let's see who's hanging around in the deep recesses of the chat. First of all, thank you very much to Gerard and Deep Burrito for your donations so far this evening. Guys, we couldn't do this without you because we rely on you to keep us going, basically. So much appreciated, and we mean that. You're a lovely lot of people, especially when
you're keeping us off the street so we don't have to set up our telescopes and say, we'll show you the moon for food.
Absolutely.
Which I've done before. So.
Yeah, been there, done that, never again. So apart from Gerard and the Deep Burrito, let's see who else we've got in tonight. Derek's here. Hi, Derek. Hope you're well. And going down, Pauline, of course. Hi, Pauline. Welcome. And who else have we got? Sandra's here. Fantastic. She says she's got a pen and paper at the ready. Excellent news. Jerry's here. Nice to see you, Jerry. And the Deep Burrito says, pen and paper, what is this, Blue Peter? Well, sort of. I'm Valerie Singleton. So,
And I'm John now.
Yes. And,
chat.
Yeah, absolutely. So there we are. Anyway, let's just go through the normal housekeeping stuff. But before we do that, you may well have seen that NASA might have found ancient microbial life on Mars. That was the big news this week. And we're not going to talk about it tonight because we did a sort of an impromptu live stream, myself, Daz and Lou. So if you would like to see us discussing this announcement from NASA, on the channel, on the live tab, you will find the live stream there where we spent 40 minutes discussing it. And I hope you enjoy it. But of course, if you would like to say anything about it in the comments, and then please do say in the chat. So please do. All righty. So anyway, just the usual things, really. We're very happy to have you with us tonight, as always. If you would like to support Space Oddities, you can do so in one of a bewildering number of ways. You can, of course, buy us a coffee. And if you, just one second, if you, what's going on with this? Right. Okay. Something's happening here already. Right. Okay. Got it. So yes, you can click the link that's just appeared in the chat, or you can scan the QR code that will take you to the Buy Me a Coffee page where you can keep us going in caffeine. Much appreciated. Of course, don't forget we have the Space Oddities shop where you can get your t-shirts and hoodies. with some marvelous designs and good quality stuff. We all wear them, so really good quality stuff. So head on over to the Space Oddities shop.
But we don't wear them in public. That's the only thing. We just don't.
Well, personally, I would love you to wear them in public, and
you'll get mobbed by the crowd.
yeah, absolutely. I bet you'll have loads of people coming up and asking you what the hell is Space Oddities, and when you tell them, their eyes glaze over and they walk away. Yeah, so that's the shop. We've got t-shirts and hoodies on sale there. We hope to be adding to the range of merchandise in due course, and we will keep you posted on that, obviously. Otherwise, you can click the super chat icon under the chat window, which is the one with the $sign on, if you would like to make a donation directly to Space Oddities. And there we are, and that's that. Now, we are in the middle of Mars month at the moment. We are still posting videos on the channel, so do go and have a look at the videos we posted. We'll be uploading a lot more over the next week or so. We've still got quite a few to get up there. So we hope you enjoy the Mars month videos. It was absolutely amazing that right in the middle of Mars month, NASA announced that they've possibly discovered life on Mars. We did have a word with them to see whether there was any way they could spread the word about Mars month on Space Oddities, and they thought that was a great way of doing it, to get people interested in Mars. So we're very grateful to NASA for supporting us in that as well. And as always, it's not what you know, is who you know. So Lou had a chat. And,
of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And NASA said, tell you what, let's invent this story about life on Mars and give the videos a boost. And it worked, and it really did. Yeah. Deep Rita says, microbial life on Mars still more intelligent than the dominant life form here. You would think so, wouldn't you? You really would think so. So there we are. Anyway, I'm sure you're all wanting to get onto the quiz. Later, after the quiz, we're going to have the normal stuff. We're going to have the news. We're going to have the night sky and gallery. We're going to have constellation of the week. No Einstein of the week this week, unfortunately. I only found a couple. I'll keep them over to next week. But I'm sure there'll be lots next week. Of course, we can only do Einstein of the week when people are stupid during the week. You know, it's not always guaranteed. Although there is an awful lot of stupidity out there, as you know. Okay, let's crack on then. Let's get on with the quiz. And don't forget, the winner of this quiz will win the book, The Search for Life on Mars, kindly donated by our special guest a couple of weeks ago, Nicholas Booth. We're very grateful to him for donating this as the prize for the quiz. And may the best person win.
Can you just wait a minute, Andy? I'm just loading Google, so I want to make sure I score well.
Oh, okay. You go ahead. You go ahead. So,
I've got ChatGPT set up on my phone, so I'm cool.
This is going to be a short quiz.
While you're doing that as well, I'll say hi to Alan, because I know Alan as well, right, from Walsall Astronomical Society.
Right. Okay.
I know everyone, Michael. Please.
Okay. Are we all ready now?
I obviously know everybody.
All right. We claim we're ready.
You claim you're ready. Okay.
Hit us with it.
Right. Let's hit it. Okay. Hope you can all see that.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
So this is the great Space Oddities Mars quiz. Give you the details here, but it is quiz night again on Space Oddities, and there we are. And tonight's star prize, because we have a star prize, is, why is this running so slowly? Just 1 second. I may have to start this again. My PC is frozen.
That was a radio program, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So tonight's star prize. Woo! Few woos. Is this wonderful book, The Search for Life on Mars by Elizabeth Howell and Nicholas Booth, kindly donated by Nicholas Booth. So you'll be playing for this. It's a really good book, so I highly recommend that you win the quiz. So there we are. All righty, let's have a bit of information. I'm afraid we have to go through the sort of the legal stuff because we're holding a competition. YouTube insists we post the following. This quiz adheres to all YouTube community guidelines. Space Oddities agrees to release YouTube from any and all liability in the running of this competition. So if you accidentally poke yourself in the eye with your pencil while you're doing the quiz, it's not YouTube's fault, basically, and you can't sue them. For a complete list of competition rules, please email info@spaceoddities.space. So that's all the legalities that we are required to show you out of the way. Let's talk about the actual quiz itself. So the quiz comprises 15 questions. Answers will be given after each question rather than at the end. That works out a hell of a lot better, actually, so you can see how you're doing as you go along. There is a total of 75 points to be won, so your points will be out of 75. In the event of a tie, there will be an additional tie-break question. And good luck. And that's it. If everybody's ready, we will go on with question number 1. Question number 1. Mars is named after the Roman god of war, but what's its Greek name? Is it Hermes, Stavros, Ares, Artemis, or Apollo? Mars is named after the Roman god of war, but what's its Greek name? Is it Hermes, Stavros, Ares, Artemis, or Apollo? So I'll just give you a little time to write down your answer.
Hello, Crazy Peep.
Hello,
we have a question. I think a new person has joined. Oh, Nita Lemansky, an old friend of mine from years and years ago. And she's asking, how do you do the quiz online? And Nita, you don't. You just take out a piece of paper and write the answers down, and somehow, miraculously, we'll trust you.
Yes, because we are playing for a book tonight, we're going to do the results at the end in a slightly different format, but I will tell you that later. Okay. So team, what's the answer to this one?
Aries.
C.
Aries.
It is indeed Aries, and that gets you
5 points.
5 points. 5
Oh,
points.
5 points.
Zach won.
Rocking forward. All right.
Got Aries.
Okay.
Right then. So, question 2. Unscramble these names associated with Mars, and there's 1 point for each.
Oh,
Oh no,
Okay.
I hate these.
So, unscramble these names. They're all names of people
Oh, yeah.
associated one way or another with the planet Mars. So, A Chaplin's evil origin.
what the hell?
B. Rogers birched a guru.
Excuse me.
What you get up to behind closed doors, Roger, is your own. Rogers birched a guru. C. Blogger wrestle here. Blogger wrestle
these.
here.
I hate these.
D.
What?
Armrest for Junior. Armrest for Junior. And lastly, E. Mad Matt, no. Mad Matt, no. Okay, so we have a Chaplin's evil origin. Rogers birched a guru. I always suspected as much. Blogger wrestle here. Armrest for Junior. And Mad Matt, no. I'll give you a couple of minutes to work those out. They're all associated with Mars in one way or another. So all associated with Mars.
And these are all, did you say these are all people?
They're all people. They're
Okay.
all names associated with Mars.
I've got one.
Good.
You got more than me. Always.
How are we doing, viewers?
Oh, I've got A.
I have E.
Yes.
I think I have C.
I'm.
Ah,
B is.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Help.
Just give you a minute or so more.
Easy when you see it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sandra needs a nice for one night. Armrest for Junior. No.
Okay.
Those are tricky.
Time's up. Okay, so let's go. Who's got A? Any guesses?
Yes, Percival Lowell.
Go on. Percival Lowell for A.
Yeah.
Where's the P in that? Oh, I see. Percival
Yep.
Lowell.
Yep.
Ah, Michael, you're absolutely wrong.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it is, of course.
I got it. I got it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Him instead.
I didn't get that one.
Oh, that's no good. then.
Okay, what about
Giovanni?
Roger's Birch?
My name is being besmirched by Derek Abbott.
Hey, what's he saying? I can't see it.
Not a clue. Are these questions from Roger?
Well, you birch gurus, so yeah.
Well, I didn't get any of those.
Okay, so B. Edgar Rice Burroughs,
Of course.
who of course wrote the Martian Chronicles.
Yeah. God dear me.
Not
Only
Martian
did that
Chronicles.
last week. Yeah.
It was the other guy. Okay, what about C? Logo wrestle here. Anybody get that one?
No.
No.
No. It is Herbert George Wells.
Oh, no.
Oh.
H.G.
Goodness
Wells.
sake.
You should know that from last week. Okay. Armrest for Junior. Anybody?
A pox on your house. This is.
There's no P in that. Armrest for Junior is Forrest Mars Jr., inventor of the Mars bar.
Oh dear.
All right.
For goodness sake.
I'm doing the quiz next time. This is. I'm
Yeah.
just saying I can't.
Mine are easier.
In
got
what
E.
universe,
I
Roger?
got
In
E.
what universe?
Hmm.
Okay, and last one, E.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damien.
Matt Damon, that's right.
Matt Damon.
Good one.
Martian, of course.
Yay.
Of course
For
it
goodness
is.
sake.
Okay, viewers, so 1 point each for those.
0.
Nil point.
No point.
Max
one.
will obviously have 5 points for that one. We move on to question 3. What was the name of the first Mars rover?
Oh.
Was it Hermes, Explorer, Sojourner, Rambler, or Vector? The name
I
of
know
the
that one.
first rover to run around the surface of Mars.
I know that one.
Thinking of
What was the name of the first Mars rover? Hermes, Explorer, Sojourner, Rambler, or Vector?
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh, good. Don't give it to us. Okay. Give you a few more seconds to think about that. Okay. Right. So, Michael, what was it?
Sojourner.
It was indeed 5
Sure.
points.
Hey.
Hey,
5 points.
Wow.
dang plan.
Question 4.
Ooh.
What is the primary constituent of Mars' atmosphere? Is it carbon monoxide, nitrogen,
Oh,
oxygen, carbon dioxide, or helium?
oh dear me.
What is the primary constituent of Mars' atmosphere? Carbon monoxide, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, or helium?
I think I'm going to take a guess because after watching The Martian, I think they say it in The Martian.
Right, okay. Give me a few
Oh
more
no, I guess at
seconds.
this one.
Okay, team, so what do we think?
Is it carbon dioxide?
Yes.
It is indeed 5 points.
Ah,
5
Ooh,
points.
on a roll.
oh,
Okay, team, which of you didn't get that?
Me.
What did you say it was, Michael?
I had a brainstorm and said nitrogen.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Has anybody
you
got
like?
that big conical cap with a D written on it? If so, give it to Michael.
But that's the right answer, D.
Yes, it is. It is.
Oh, the irony.
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay, moving on. Question 5.
Empress.
Identify these Martian features. 1
Ooh.
point for each. This is
Oh, it's not
Ooh.
this is a picture
Ooh.
round. Identify these Martian features. In other words, give us the name of these Martian features. A,
Ooh.
Aye.
B, C, and D.
Ooh.
So,
A, B.
What are the names of these Martian features?
right.
Okay.
I got them.
Great.
I think. I think.
Oh,
I've got
what
two,
is
I
it?
think.
The name of that C.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I know it because I was looking at it the other day.
Right. Give you a few more seconds, viewers.
And D is
Don't say it, Michael.
I'm not going to.
You were.
Like he knows.
I've got them now.
Okay. Right. So let's go through them.
Olympus Mons.
Olympus Mons.
Olympus Mons.
B.
Yep.
Marinaris.
Vallis Marinaris.
Yep.
Vallis Marinaris. Yes. C.
That's the Tharsis region.
Tarsus region.
Ooh.
It's not exactly the name. No.
Is
I think
it
it's
not?
called, isn't it a plateau or something? Or
No.
It's
No,
called
okay.
Its
It's also
name
called-
is the Tharsis.
Oh,
oh,
but it's also noted as the Tarsus region.
Got to see a doctor about
It
that.
is. It is. I'll have
Okay.
to bring.
Fair
okay.
enough. So if you've got Tharsis bulge or Tharsis region, you get the point for that one.
Yay.
Thank you.
And D.
Hellas Basin.
zero.
Is that Jezero crater?
It is indeed.
Ah.
Now that's a bit of a cheat because obviously it shows it as it was billions of years ago, filled with water.
Yeah, but you took that picture.
Don't start that. Oh God, no! We'll have the flat earthers here.
Marvin the Martian did.
Yeah,
Yes.
That photo was taken in the days of film, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, probably.
You can tell it's Jezero crater because if you look at the 11 o'clock position, you can see the channel
The channel, the river channel.
out of it. So there we are: Olympus Mons, Vallis Marinaris, Tharsis bulge, and Jezero crater. 1 point for each of those. Total of 4
Hey,
points.
you got them.
Okay. Question 6. Which of these Martian features are real names? 1 point for each. So I'm going to give you a list of Martian features. Some of them are real names and some of them are not. So here we are. A. B.
Love it.
C.
Oh,
Ooh.
That's thrown me.
D. And E. So which of those are real names of Martian features and which have I made up?
oh. Most of them made up.
Which of these Martian feature names are real?
From Del Monte.
Give you a few more seconds on that.
I've got answers.
I've got questions. That's what I've got.
Like, why am I here?
By the way, viewers, if you think you need more time, if you think I'm moving through these too quickly, do say so in the chat. I don't want to hurry you, but there we are. Okay, let's have a look. What about the first one? Do you think that's a real one?
Yes.
No.
Tithonius?
Yes.
Yes. Real.
It is indeed.
Yes.
Oh,
A.
oh, mind you, I've
good.
got A actually, so I guessed that right.
What about B?
Mine
No.
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 Man from Del Monte.
Creative though.
Hmm.
Lou
He's
probably
got a
won't- Lou
he's
probably
got a fruity name.
won't- Lou probably won't get that. It was a series of TV adverts for fruit juice back in the 90s, Lou, on British TV.
Oh well, thankfully I said no.
Yeah. Okay, what about C?
Mine no.
Made
Real?
up?
Yep.
You think so?
I think it's real.
I'm going there for real.
I think it's
It is real.
Yay!
Hey.
D, what do you think?
Real?
Real.
I've got real for that one.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And E?
Not real.
Not
Ali
real.
Barbante.
No, it's not real. That is actually Latin for hairy armpits. So,
Oh,
Well, considering most of
so I
those
got
are
A, C, and D. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
And just a little interesting story about this. The Romans used to call underarm hair little beards.
Oh,
So
Ah.
you've got
where would you learn that if not at Space Oddities? I ask.
exactly. We give you so much useful information here.
And other kinds too. So
It was that 5 points if you got them all.
If you got them all, it's 5 points.
Well,
Yeah.
I
All
got,
right.
I got
There
two.
you go.
I got
I must
two.
admit, a couple were guesses, but I got all 5.
yeah,
No,
that's
you
what I
only,
would
no,
guess.
you only get a point for the correct one, so that's 3.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, okay.
I'll make
Oh,
mine
well,
that.
that'll change the rules.
Why not? Yeah. So that's a total of 3 points for the 3 correct answers.
Right, okay, right.
The alley part is do you know what alley means?
let's go
No, it means wings,
in French.
because interestingly, the armpit was referred to the Romans as the root of the wings because they thought that the arms were like wings. So it's basically saying a little beard under the wings. Alley Barbate. So there you are.
Moving on.
Moving on. Yeah. There
This
we
is a
are.
long quiz. It's getting longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 7. How often do Earth and Mars come closest to each other in their orbits? How often do Earth and Mars come closest to each other in their orbits? Is it every 2 years, 2 months? Is it every 3 years, 4 months? Is it every 4 years, 7 months?
Oh.
Is it every 5 years, 9 months? Or every galactic year?
I'm pretty
How
sure it's on my birthday, but I'm not positive.
How often do Earth and Mars come closest to each other in their orbits? Those are your options. Every 2 years, 2 months, 3 years,
That's
4
a
months,
trick
4
question.
years,
That
7
is.
months, 5 years, 9 months, or every galactic year.
That's a trick question. That is.
I was just going to say, yeah.
I think I'm going to guess at that one then.
Yeah, I've had to guess at that one.
It's not really a trick question. It has an answer.
Yeah, but
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
you can understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but no, that.
It's the synodic period, right?
Yeah, it is. Exactly that, Lou.
Yes, it is. That's right. Because going back to the same phase, if you like, isn't it?
Okay. So, team, what do we think?
I think it's
A.
C.
Okay, you say A?
It's A.
I guessed A first and I changed it to B, but
Okay.
Well, I was going to say A because that's when they do the launches every 2 years when they try to do the launches.
Exactly so. And the answer
A.
is A, every 2 years, 2 months.
good one, guys.
Hey.
5 points for that. 5 points for that.
5 points. Holy moly.
Ooh.
Do you get 2.5 points if you put the next one up?
It's funny you should say that. No.
Oh,
Okay.
no, I didn't get that one because I thought it was A.
Yeah.
Why didn't you put it down
I've got C.
then?
What's
Sorry.
galactic here?
I
200
thought it was a
million?
trick question.
No, it's not a trick question. Not at all.
I was thinking of, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
never mind. Moving on.
Anyway,
Moving on.
Swiftly on.
Yes.
What is the name of the helicopter that was deployed by the
Oh.
Mars rover Perseverance? Was it Freedom, Enterprise,
Oh, the
Patriot, Ingenuity, or Valiant? What is the name of the little helicopter that made over 70 flights in the end when it was only meant to last about 4 or 5 flights, deployed by the Mars rover Perseverance?
I've got the answer.
Me too.
Right, it's not.
write it down.
It's not a trick question, Michael.
No, I know this one.
Yeah. Right, okay.
No.
What's the name of the helicopter deployed by Perseverance? Okay. Team, what do we think it is?
Ingenuity.
Ingenuity.
Everybody agree?
D.
It is indeed 5 points. Ingenuity, the little helicopter that lasted an amazingly long time.
Mm-hmm.
And really a technology demonstrator more than anything else to prove that we can fly aerial vehicles on Mars, the first time it had ever been done. Question 9. Name that crater.
Oh, no.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, which crater, you might ask? Go on.
Yeah,
Tell
which
us, Bruce.
Which crater,
Thank
Andy?
you.
Show us.
That crater.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Oh,
that's on the moon, isn't it?
it's on the moon. Well, Mars moon.
One of the moons, yeah. Oh,
Oh, I'm out of it.
It's the biggest feature on Phobos, a photo of which is shown here, as taken by I believe, the Mars Express spacecraft.
Right.
No idea.
What's the name of that massive crater at one end of Phobos?
Yeah. It's amazing.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I wonder what I did today as a presentation.
I wonder.
That was lucky.
You know it then, Rog?
Just a bit.
Oh, thank
Give us a
God.
clue, lads.
Thank God for that.
Put
Okay.
it in the chat, Rod.
Okay, so the answer is, what is it, Roger?
Stickney.
It is indeed Stickney. 5 points if you got Stickney.
Nope.
nope.
No.
Nope.
It's the biggest crater on Mars moon, Phobos. It took a hell of a whack, as you can see.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then a second
Watch my presentation on Mars Month, and you'll know all about it.
Yeah, watch Roger's video, because we will be publishing a video that Roger's done about Phobos and Deimos on the channel very soon.
Yes.
So keep your eye out for that, because it's a damn good video. Even though I haven't seen it, I know it's a good video. I must watch it. Okay, so moving on. Question 10. True or false? 5 points for each correct answer. Okay. A. Mars has blue sunsets. True or false? B. Mars moon Deimos is 50 miles wide. C. Mars temperature can reach 20 degrees C in summer.
Is that a surface temperature?
Yes. That is, of course, surface temperature.
Now I have to convert. Damn you. Damn you.
68 Fahrenheit.
There we are. Thank you, Roger. 68 Fahrenheit, says Roger.
All right. All right. All right.
D. Mars was worshipped by the Assyrians as a god. Mars was worshipped by the Assyrians as a god. And lastly, E, the Russian Phobos 1 probe crashed into Phobos. So Mars has blue sunsets. Mars moon Deimos is 50 miles wide. Mars temperature can reach 20 degrees C or 68 F in summer. Mars was worshipped by the Assyrians as a god, or the Russian Phobos 1 probe crashed into Phobos. So let's just give you a few seconds to work that one out. So basically just true or false. You can just put true or false. Simple as that. We like to make things simple.
Yeah, it's not like our Senate approval hearings where you never hear true or false. It's always something in between.
That's true. Okay, let's go through them. Team, what do we think? A.
True.
Who's got a countdown going there?
Not me.
Yeah, I got
Look
that
at
right.
that.
Any variations? Anybody think is false?
I've got false.
Right. It's
What?
true.
It's true.
Oh, right. Okay.
1 point for
Hey.
each, Andy.
Sorry?
1 point for each.
1 point for each. For each correct answer, that is. You don't get any
Yeah.
points for the false ones. Okay. So, Mars moon Deimos is 50 miles wide.
I think that's true.
False.
Sounds
False.
about right. Maybe a little large. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
False.
it is false. It's a lot
Mm.
smaller than that. It's only about 25 miles wide, if I remember rightly.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's 22.2 kilometers.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
God,
So,
So it's about 16,
16, yeah,
miles.
16 miles wide, yeah.
Mm.
I'm not
Okay,
making these.
C, Mars temperature can reach 20 degrees C in summer.
False.
I say false.
At the surface, I think it can, and on the equator.
I say yeah, the surface. Yeah.
Oh, right.
It
I
is
think-
true.
Oh, dear me.
Ooh.
If you are on the Martian equator on Midsummer's Day, the temperature can reach indeed
What?
20 degrees C.
That's the time to go then.
Yeah, that's the time for your holidays, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
the
Mars-
thing that
Kids out of
throws,
school.
Mars was
the thing that
worshipped
throws
by the Assyrians as a god.
Don't know.
I'm going to
put
go
right.
true with
Go
that.
ahead. Seems like it should be true. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would
it seems
worship
like it
it as
should
a
be
god.
Yeah. Seems like it should be true, but sadly it's not.
Yay.
Okay.
Oh.
then.
Oh, I've got
Oh.
that one right.
Well, you're not
I was
talking to the right
lucky.
Assyrians, is my.
Lucky, yes.
Okay, and E, the Russian Phobos 1 probe crashed into Phobos.
False.
I've got true.
I got false.
I have
Okay.
false.
Yeah, you're going to hate me for this if you said true, because it wasn't. It was actually Phobos 2, not Phobos.
Oh, no.
Mhm, mhm.
I told you you'd hate me.
That was a trick question.
Yeah, that was, yeah. So, viewers, 5 points for the correct answers, so 10 points total for that question.
Oh, I
Oh,
got one
hey.
then.
Is it?
Hey,
There are 5 questions. Is it one? It's not 1 point each.
No, it's 5 for the 2 correct answers, so a maximum of 10.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Then I got the 10 then. Ooh.
Oh, I only got 5.
Okay. Question 11. What's the next photo in this sequence? Now, just let me explain this. I'm going to show you some photographs, and I want you to guess which is going to be the next photo in the sequence. This is going to be the first part. The second part, well, we'll come to that in due course. So first of all, let's have a look at the photos. First photo.
Oh, heck.
Second photo.
What?
Third photo.
Ja, alle supposed blow their bloody doors off.
Oh, Phil. Fourth photo.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
And I want you to
Oh.
tell me or guess which is going to be the last photo. Now, if you know who these people are, don't blurt the names out, team. But I do want you to guess who the next photo is going to be of.
So is it the real person's name or the character name that they're playing?
If it's a character, it's their character name. If it's a real person, it's their real name.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Right.
oh, well, that narrows it
Wow.
down.
I'm stumped at this one.
What?
I'm moving on to question 12.
You will kick yourselves when you work this one out.
Can we have a clue?
Okay, so viewers, we just want to know who's the missing person. Who do you think the missing person with? There's an obvious choice for the missing person.
Oh, yes, it's obvious.
Oh,
Tom's got it then.
I've got it, but I've got 50% of it.
And when I show you the missing person, team, don't forget, don't say the name for reasons which will become apparent.
How many points is this, Andy?
Right. So initially, if you guess who the missing person is, that's 5 points.
Okay.
Okay. Are we ready to reveal the missing person?
Yep.
Oh,
Kevin got it. Wow.
yeah, Kevin got it. Yeah, well done.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. Well done, Kev. Okay, now, second part. I want you to give me the first and last names of either these characters or these people.
Oh, right.
That's why I didn't want you to blurt the name out of the last one.
So
Right, so
the
we've got
the
4.
first one.
Well, including the 5th one.
Including the 5th one. So it's 5 points for getting the identity of the 5th photo, and it's 1 point for each of the photos if you can name their first and last names, either their character names or their real names. Maximum of 10 points on this one.
Can I guess the first one?
Well, hang on, just wait for the viewers to work this one out.
Oh, I didn't. I got a clue one.
Either their character or their real name. Yeah? No? If it's real, then the real name, but if it's a character, then yeah.
If it's a real person, then their first and last names. If it's a character, then their character's first and last name.
Hang on, I've forgotten.
Just give you a few more seconds to work that out.
Oh, I don't know now.
Okay. So, first photo. Who's that?
Is it John Carter?
Carter.
That's
First
John
name?
Carter from Mars.
That's John Carter from the John Carter on Mars film.
Yeah. Edgar
That-
Rice Burroughs did that, didn't he?
Yes, that is Edgar Rice Burroughs. Yes.
Yes.
Second photo.
Who he is?
I didn't know who that was at all.
Oh,
Looks like something from a.
is
Oh,
he a
sorry.
scientist?
He looks
Captain.
British.
He was
Captain
British.
Mannering. Captain Mannering.
No.
James
Edwin
Clark
Carter?
Maxwell?
Is it Edwin Carter?
No.
No.
Not Edward. You don't get anything for just the last names.
Ah,
Oh,
Curses.
I get it.
curses.
Anybody?
Is it
Nah.
Edmund Carter?
It is, in fact, Howard Carter.
Howard
of
Carter,
course I
that's
should-
it.
Oh, I should
Oh,
know.
Sandra got it.
Tutankhamun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tutankhamun, yeah.
The British
Oh.
archaeologist who discovered the tomb of Tutankhamun.
Yeah, I should know that as well. I thought I sort
Mhm.
of recognised him, but didn't connect.
Okay, third photo. Who's that?
That's Get
Carter.
Carter film.
Michael
That-
Caine.
That's Jack Carter.
A lot of people know that.
Jack. Well,
What?
we'll see. Jack Carter from the film Get Carter. One of the
Yeah.
best, if not the best, British gangster movies ever made.
What does that have to
It
do
didn't
with
go well
Mars?
for him, though, did it?
No, absolutely.
All right.
Not at the end.
Okay, fourth photo.
Linda
Carter.
Carter, isn't it? Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
It is. It's Linda Carter who played Wonder Woman. Linda Carter. And did anybody recognize who the last photo was?
Yep. Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy
First
Carter.
name President. First name President.
So there we are. John
Anyway,
Carter, Howard Carter, Jack Carter, Linda Carter, and Jimmy Carter.
I couldn't kick myself for not knowing Howard Carter anyway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, same here.
So again, if you guess the identity of the fifth photo, you get 5 points. If you guess the identity of the names, the first and last name, you get an additional 1 point for each. No points for just getting the surname Carter, because it's blindingly obvious they're all Carters. So there we are.
Well, I got one of them anyway.
I didn't recognise Howard without his hat. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So moving on. Hope you're doing well out there, viewers. I hope we're accruing some massive scores. Okay. Question 12. When are dust storms most likely to form on
Question
Mars?
12. Oh,
Mhm.
sorry. Yes.
Yes.
I
12,
I got that.
12 coming after 11. You know, that's conventionally how it's done.
You
So-
can put the 12 at the top, kids.
When are dust storms most likely to form on Mars? Is it A, in the northern hemisphere spring, B, the southern hemisphere winter, C, on the equator at the vernal equinox, D, in the northern hemisphere summer, or E, in the southern hemisphere spring and summer?
Oh,
When are
Ooh.
dust storms most likely to form on Mars?
well, I'm going to have a guess.
I'm going to take a guess. I think I read this the other day there, actually, so I'm going to take a guess.
What,
When are
20%
dust storms
chance?
most likely to form on Mars? Northern hemisphere spring, southern hemisphere winter, on the equator at the vernal equinox, in the northern hemisphere summer, or the southern hemisphere spring and summer? Okay, give me a few more seconds. Okay, team, what do we think?
I'll say
I think
D.
C.
It's perihelion.
It
and
is.
I think that might be E, but I'm not sure. I think it might be E.
You're absolutely right.
Ooh,
Ah.
got it wrong.
It's in
Well
the
done,
southern
Lou.
hemisphere spring and summer, as Lou says, it's perihelion when Mars is closest to the sun, and all that extra heat stirs up the dust storms. 5 points if you got that correct.
Nope.
Nah,
Okay,
darn it.
No point.
3 questions to go, viewers. 3
Hey.
questions to go. So,
Mercifully, yes, mercifully.
question 13. What was the first spacecraft to fly by Mars? Was it A, Mariner 3? Was it B, Mars Explorer? Was it C, Mars Voyager 1? Was it D, the Mars Flyby Explorer? Or was it E, Mariner 4? What was the first spacecraft to
okay.
fly by Mars?
I think I know this one.
Got that.
And the year was 1965, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
1965, the first spacecraft ever flew by Mars,
I was
and disappointed a lot of people because it revealed a
Yes.
desert world full of craters.
only 4.
I can't imagine you at 4. What was the first spacecraft to fly by Mars? Okay, team, what do we think?
Mariner 4.
Mariner 4.
Mariner 4.
Yeah.
It is indeed Mariner 4. 5
Right.
points for
Damn.
that. Mariner 4.
Damn. Half a point for Mariner 3.
No. There's always one, isn't there? There's always.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. 2 questions to go. Question 14. Put these Mars rovers in chronological order of landing.
God.
Put these Mars rovers in chronological order of landing. 5 points for this.
Tricky.
That is to say, the first the first rover to land first, obviously, and the last rover to land last, in chronological order. Curiosity, Spirit, Sojourner, Perseverance, and Opportunity. Put those Mars rovers in chronological order of landing on the red planet. 5 points for this.
Got it.
Is that another take on the Martian Chronicles?
Put these Mars rovers in chronological order of landing. 5 points if you get this order correct. You have to get the order exactly correct, obviously. So,
hold on. B.
I am.
Oh, that's right. Oops. Sorry.
Yep.
Got it.
Have you?
We'll keep it there then.
Okay. Right, what do we think, team?
Can I
Well,
say-
Sojourner was the first one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Then Opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Then Curiosity.
Yeah.
Then Perseverance.
You got it hopelessly wrong, Michael. What? No, I'm only joking.
I've got Sojourner, Curiosity, Oppie, Perseverance, and Spirit. Oh no,
No.
sorry, Spirit. No, Spirit's in the wrong place.
Spirit,
With Oppie.
I've got
Spirit and Opportunity were together.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I just said. I put Perseverance in the wrong place.
Okay,
Sojourner,
let's have a look at the correct order then.
Yep.
Sojourner, Spirit, Opportunity, Curiosity, and Perseverance. That's your order.
That's what I said.
That's what I've
I
got.
know. I was only playing with
Oh, okay.
it. Sojourner, Spirit, Opportunity, Curiosity, and Perseverance. Well done, Michael.
Thank
I
you.
got it.
Ah, well
Yay.
done.
Well done. Great.
Is that 5 points?
All right.
Yeah, that's 5 points.
Hey.
A lot of people think that Spirit and Opportunity landed about the same time. In fact, there was 2 weeks between them. Believe it or
I
not.
know it's very close though.
Yeah.
And they were sort of like brother and sister, weren't they? So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sojourner, Spirit, Opportunity, Curiosity, Perseverance. If you got that order right, then you get 5 points.
no,
And finally, we come to the last question of tonight's Great
Yay.
Mars quiz. Somebody's going to win a book soon. So,
or a free trip to Mars.
Or
yeah,
a Mars bar.
okay. So
Yeah.
the last question then, question 15. What type of Martian features are Planum boreum and Planum australe? What type of Martian features are Planum boreum and Planum australe? Your options are they northern and southern volcano chains? Are they flat cratered plains in both hemispheres? Are they the 2 polar ice caps? Are they river channels which straddle the equator? Or are they similar rugged mountainous areas? Planum boreum and Planum australe.
I've got it.
Good.
No, that was a guess, but I think I know what it is.
Yeah, I've got
Well,
a
it's
guess as well.
it's the
Yes.
language, isn't it?
It's that one.
Yeah. So are they northern and southern volcano chains, flat cratered plains in both hemispheres, the 2 polar ice caps, river channels which straddle the equator, and similar rugged mountainous areas? Okay. So, team, what do we think?
B.
B.
Okay.
See,
C, says Tom. Daz, what do you think?
I will say E.
Okay. The answer is, in fact, they are the names for...
Yay!
Oh. Yeah.
Is that 50 points for that one, Andy?
I
5
was,
points,
I
you got
was,
that one correct. Plain and
I
boring.
was thinking Planum was.
Yeah, I know. That's why I included it. To throw you yeah. Yes, so Plain and Boreum are Plain and Australia, the official names for the North and South polar caps on Mars,
Well, I
respectively.
don't know that.
Andy, can I just double check the point scoring system for question 11?
Yes, let me go back to question 11. Just give me a second. We'll just go all the way back to question 11.
11.
Okay. So, if you correctly identified the missing photo,
Yeah.
you get 5 points. If you were able to name the first and last names of each of the people in the photographs, either their real name or their character name, you get 1 point for each.
Ah, okay. Fine.
Okay.
Yep, perfect.
Okay, and there we are, ladies and gentlemen. That brings us to the end of the Mars quiz.
Well,
Hope you enjoyed that. Let
I didn't do very well.
Let me just come down to Earth. 1 second. There we are. Okay. So, how are we doing?
Ooh.
How are we doing? Let me just have a look at the chat. Okay.
I see Melinda shot herself in the foot right at the end. She for sure it was E. She said, "I'm so sure about this," and then it says, "Can I drop this answer?"
Melinda, how can I put this? No. So,
Do you want us to put ours in the
Well,
Right.
Kevin, 45.
Oh, we can we? Can we?
Andrew got 53.
right, viewers, please don't type your scores yet.
They have.
What we're going to do, because you're competing for a book, if you could just refrain from a moment from posting your scores, then add up your scores.
They're not listening.
They're not listening. All right, forget it then.
They're excited. They're
To make
excited.
it fair, I was going to get everybody to post their scores at the same time.
I think Sandra's more.
Right. So, any more? So go on, post your scores. Nisa says I got 19. Sandra's on a good thing here with 59. Jerry with 32. Stuart with 34. Andrew Ramage, 53. Well done, sir. Kev, 45. Derek, 32. Ian, 40. Any others? Any more? Roger, 52. Well, you're not.
I'm not going to put mine in.
Yeah, go on, Michael. Give us a laugh. Go on.
No.
Right, I'm going to ask the team. Tom, what'd you get?
I got 45.
45. Lou?
58.
58.
Oh,
Dan?
no. 49.
49. Roger?
52.
Yeah.
Michael?
I'm measly 24.
24.
What?
That's if I've added it up right.
We're going to do, on the basis of this, we're going to do a crowdfunding to buy Michael a few books on Mars. So there we are. Yes, Ian, as if. So Ian's automatically disqualified from saying he got 10,000 points. So there we are. Okay. Any others? Any more scores to come in? Any others? I'm sure there must be more. We've got more than 20 people here. Did some of you not take part in the quiz, or are you too ashamed to post your score? Any others?
See.
No?
Scanning, we have some
5 seconds,
very
5 seconds to put your score in or not win the book.
well-read
Derek also wins by 10,001 points or 100,001 points. So there we are. No more. Oh, that's surprising. I thought there'd be more scores coming in. Anyway, be that as it may, I think we have a winner. And we have a winner. Sandra Grace, you have just
Well done, Sandra.
Woohoo!
Sandra with remarkable score of 59
Well
points.
done,
Well done,
Sandra.
well done. Round of applause for Sandra.
Fabulous.
Sandra, you have won yourself a book. Now, the way that we will do this, Sandra, if you could email us your home address or wherever you want the book sent to. Nita, no, you can't still get the book. Sorry. Sandra, mail us your address. Send an email to info@spaceoddities.space, info@spaceoddities.space with your home address. We will now contact Nicholas Booth, one of the co-authors of the book, who kindly donated this as a prize, and he will send you the book.
Will he sign it?
We have asked him to sign it. We will ask him again.
Yes.
Michael, may I leave that in your hands?
You can do.
Right. Okay. So as soon as we get your email address, your postal address, Sandra, we will get the book sent to you. So congratulations. Well done. You won the quiz.
Well
Nice one, Sandra. Yeah,
Nice
absolutely.
quiz, Andy. Nice quiz.
Yep.
Yes.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
That was actually clever.
Note to self.
Well, no, I didn't because I didn't win.
Walk upon Mars.
Okay, so that's the Great Mars quiz for this evening. We will be having another quiz in due course, so stay tuned to the channel as always.
It's on.
And, Ian says, where can I buy the book from? It's on Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon.
Ian. So Amazon UK. So if you just search for The Search on Life on Mars, then it's available on Amazon. No problem at all.
Yeah,
I can't remember the price off the top of my head,
I'm
but it's on
looking
Amazon.
for it.
Sandra says, thanks, I'm so pleased with myself. And so you should be, Sandra. And so you should be. A momentous achievement. Stuart says, good quiz. Hope you enjoyed it, Stuart. Yeah, we do have fun with our quizzes. So there we are.
Sandra, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure you
exactly.
can use this score to get you into graduate school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Obviously, Derek's missed the drugs cabinet because he said can't come back, Roger.
Come back, Roger.
Missed
the
the
book-
Oh,
drugs
thank you,
trolley.
Derek.
Can I
He's
just
he's off his medication.
let me just say, guys, that the book is available on Amazon, $12.99 for hardcover or $11.25 for paperback.
Ooh.
That's not much of a
Sweet.
difference between paperback and hardback. I remember
No.
when they used to be
You
a
might, as well
huge.
get, you might as well get the.
It used to be about half the price for a paperback.
Yeah.
By the way, viewers, this is not a sponsorship message. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but I buy a lot of secondhand books from a website called awesomebooks.com. Awesomebooks.com, and although it may sound American, they're actually based in Poland. And I buy a lot of secondhand. Their prices are really good, and all the secondhand books that I bought from them have been in excellent condition. And the other thing is, whenever you buy a secondhand book from them, they donate a book to education programs for children worldwide. So by buying a secondhand book, you're helping children's education. But Nita says, is every week a quiz? No, I'm afraid not, Nita. We only do them occasionally. One of the reasons for this is that our lowest viewerships, the lowest number of views we get on the channel on YouTube are the quizzes, which is a bit of a shame because we love doing them. But after the live stream, nobody really watches them. So you know. But anyway.
Okay, Ian. Sorry.
Yeah. Every week is a chore. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Ian. You can go on, you know. So there we are. But anyway, awesomebooks.com. They've got books on every subject under the sun. They've got fiction, non-fiction. You know, they've got a huge library of books, and their paperbacks I normally pay about €6 or €7 for. And as I said, they're all in excellent condition. But as I said, I'm not being sponsored by them or anything. I just love buying books from them because it helps the children. So there we are. Right. Sandra says, I've been reading and watching programs on Mars for a long time. Really, Sandra? It doesn't show.
Wow. Do you want to go?
Would you like to go?
Would you go to Mars? Would you go to Mars if
Yeah.
it was offered to you?
Yeah, that's a good question for everybody. Viewers, if it were offered to you, would you go and visit Mars?
Oh. Well, I think most of us are at the end of our
Tethers.
sort of like our story, our play here. So I think it wouldn't matter, would it?
I'll go to the Mars factory.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nita says which bookstore. I'll just put it in the chat here.
Mhm.
Right. There we are. Awesomebooks.com. There we are. So enjoy.
Sandra says yes, she would definitely go.
Yeah.
Sandra says she would. Nita says yes.
Nita would go.
Yeah.
So
In the summer.
Nita would
Yeah.
go in the summer.
Good
Derek
point.
wants to go. Derek wants to go in the summer.
Yeah.
When the
That's
tide's
dust
in.
storms are. When the dust storms are
Yeah.
kicking off.
we will need it. We will need an address for Sandra to send the book. How do we?
Yeah. So Kev says, not if it was in a starship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair point. Ian says, I prefer colder places, Neptune. So
Yeah, let's try and see you walk on that.
yeah, absolutely.
That'll be amusing.
Incidentally, Tim, here's a question for you. Do you know where the coldest place in the solar system is that has been found so far?
Can I answer this?
Yes.
On the moon.
No.
Oh.
What? I thought it was on the moon. I thought
When Voyager flew by Triton, we measured the data was so noisy because it was so cold, but the IRIS instrument measured a maximum surface temperature of 30 degrees Kelvin. So that might be it.
And you're absolutely right, Lou. It is Neptune's moon Triton, as measured as the coldest place in the solar system.
I thought it was on the moon, but that must probably old news.
Yeah, probably. Okay, let's move on. Thank you all so much for taking part in the quiz this evening. We hope you enjoyed it. We will be doing another quiz in the fullness of time. I don't know whose turn it is next to do the quiz. I think it's Roger's turn next to do the quiz, isn't it?
I'm washing my hair that day.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Are we going to trust him? Are we going to trust him with a quiz? Shall we?
Yeah.
Come on. You know you want to.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, see how many viewers we got left by the sort of like after the fifth question.
Poor Roger.
This could be our
Okay.
Just that
Tommy,
one
you
time and nobody forgot.
Yeah, Tom, you weren't here.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
So anyway, moving on. Thank you for taking part in the quiz. It's now time to move on with Roger's What's in the Night Sky and the viewers gallery. So take it away, Roger.
Hey. Okay, so here we are working our way through the second half of September 2025. So we're moving on now, and hang on, helps if I press the right bit. So we've got some bits and pieces. We've got a partial solar eclipse. We've got the equinox coming up later in almost a week. We've got Saturn in opposition later on, and we've got a lunar occultation. So something for everyone here, although not for the solar eclipse, but you'll see why in a minute. So we're coming out to a new moon at the weekend, and before that happens, we've got a occultation of Venus by the moon. More on that later. Ooh. So, looking up at the night sky, we've got dominating still of the summer triangle, but almost overhead now we've got Andromeda with the galaxy, so that's quite good. We've got Saturn, which is appearing quite nicely now, of course, and rapidly appearing over on the eastern skies. We've got Taurus with the Pleiades coming up nicely. So things are moving on towards the autumn and winter now. And before sunrise, we've still got Jupiter and Venus coming up quite nicely, although we have got Uranus, which is near the Pleiades, if anyone wants to try and spot that one. So all well there. So we've got through the week, we've got on the 16th, which is today. We've got Castor and Pollux being sort of visited by Gemini. So so there we go. Then we've got the day after it's visiting the Beehive cluster in Cancer. Then we've got on September the 19th, which is the occultation of Venus, and that'll be during the daytime. I've got some times for that, so that should be well and good. And then we go through to the weekend where we've got a new moon. So there we go. So a few interesting things for there. So we've got the crescent moon on the 16th, which was today. So
Nice.
good luck. Good luck trying to see that, which has already happened.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got on September the 19th the lunar occultation. So I will move on to the position of that. Now this is from my location. So roughly just before 5 to 1 lunchtime on the 19th, it will start to be occulted. And about an hour and a half or so later, about 10 past 2, it will emerge from the other side. So we should be able to, clouds not obscuring, see quite an interesting event. Because Venus can be seen quite well in the daytime. So hopefully if you can find Venus, you will find the moon, because it is quite a thin crescent at that present time. So should be a good photo opportunity for the gallery next week.
Yeah, definitely.
If we've got the clear skies. So September the 21st, we've got the opposition of Saturn. So that will be an interesting thing, although it won't really make that much difference because it's not very big at the size. But obviously, you know, because there's no shadows cast behind. So we'll be able to see more of the shadows, including Titan, going across the face of the planet. So that should be quite good. So there we go. So that's more information. So we've got the partial solar eclipse, but it's all marked down, so it's all over Antarctica at the moment. So if you happen to be in the southern island of New Zealand, then you'll have a good opportunity. I just want to put it out there because that's what's happening this week. So just to give you a heads up on something that we won't be able to watch because it's happening. So the 22nd, we've got the equinox. So we've got 12 hours of daylight and nighttime. So clocks will be going back another month after that. So we'll all be happy bunnies. Yes. And there we go. So we've got the perfect cosmos. Some meteor showers, but apparently the best of the Perseids will be during the daytime. So nobody's going to be able to see that. So that's going to be a bit of a problem there with the sextantids. So I'm not really able to see that one. So there we go. We'll move on. So we've also got some of the interesting constellations which will have the Moon and Venus in Leo. It will then also be moving into Cancer and Gemini. So we've got Jupiter and the Moon in Gemini, and then we've got opposition of Saturn when it will be in Aquarius. So we've got some interesting places there. We don't need all of that. Right. Okay. So we've got the lunar occultation. So that will be traveling at 3,400 kilometers per hour relative to the star. So that's quite a interesting thing to see. So a good time lapse will show you just how quickly the moon does move when you've got an object like Venus to compare it to in the daytime. So good time lapse that could be. Right, moving on. Why this is? Oh, we'll move on. Right, we'll move on towards the gallery.
Hey, Roger, may I ask a question about the
yes.
Now this is for
yes.
us blokes here in Maryland. It looks like it will be enter occultation about 11 a.m. How about on your side of the park?
That was. I did put it up. Hang on. It was roughly about 5 to 1.
Okay, so you guys will see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the actual from Stellarium, from my location of whereabouts it's going to be going into the moon at roughly 5 to 1 in the afternoon, and then come out roughly at 10 past 2 the other side.
Oh, afternoon, right. So you
Yeah,
won't.
so it's
You
PM,
won't.
is this? And
None of us will see.
lunchtime.
So it's going to be roughly a lunchtime afternoon event.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Right. Okay. Let's move on to the gallery. Right. So we've got a couple from Kevin Earp. This one being the Eastern Veil Nebula with 10 hours of hydrogen alpha and oxygen 3 filters. And this is what he's produced.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Wow.
Nice one.
That's stunning.
Like it.
Yeah.
So that's the
Absolutely
first one from Kevin, and the second one from Kevin is the Pac-Man Nebula, and this one's 15 hours.
Wow.
So we're almost getting up to Tom's amount of exposures.
Yeah.
Tom would have probably done twice as many as that. And this is what he's managed to produce.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
lovely.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I love that. I love the Pac-Man Nebula.
Yeah,
It's
I do too.
fantastic. Well done. Well done indeed. Lovely.
Right. Lovely. And we've got a few from Tom. Now, this one's a Wolf-Rain at 134. And this one's a tad over 17 hours. So he says.
A tad.
So 11 hours of O3 and 6 hours of HA from his Bortle 5 garden over 3 nights with some rain and cloud. And that's with this 200 millimeter Newton. And this is what he's managed to do.
Oh, wow.
Brilliant.
Tom, that is exceptional.
That was a really tough one to process, actually.
All right.
Really tough one.
You can sort of see the circle around the star there, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's quite
speckled
good,
shockwave.
done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. There we are. Right. I'm not content with that. He's also put in a 17-hour image of the Wizard Nebula.
Now he's
in
just
SA.
going off.
When does this
Yeah,
guy
I know.
sleep? What? 17 hours?
My wife
Yeah,
doesn't-
you know, it's like living in the Arctic Circle where you get no daylight for weeks.
Oh, no, I think Tom's a robot. That's my conclusion.
Look at that. Well done.
Wow, very nice.
Thanks, guys.
Very
Awesome.
nice.
Oh.
Lovely colour.
And then after he did that, he's done this one. Another 17 hours on the Crescent Nebula.
He's definitely a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is what he's produced
Oh,
for that.
wow.
How many 17 hours are there in a day?
Oh.
What is that dark spot right at the center?
What's that?
That dark spot right at the center.
I don't know. Is that where I think there's a pulsar or a quasar maybe, and it might be caused because of that, right at the center of that one? Not too sure.
Or is it an artifact between us?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Probably too close to be a quasar.
Oh, we're going to have an
It's an
investigation.
asteroid.
Could be aliens.
Could be aliens.
It's an asteroid.
That's where the drawing pin went in. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And the tail on a donkey.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of blue tack on the end of the telescope holding the
Right.
picture up.
Okay, so we've
Well done.
my little contribution, another picture of the moon. Oh dear, how original.
Lovely, Rog.
Oh,
Very
that's stunning.
nice,
Lord.
though.
How many hours integration was that?
Oh, that was probably I don't know. Well,
3
they were
minutes?
taken in about 8 millisecond exposures, not 8 hours exposures.
Lightweight.
Sort of gone to the yeah, I know. In and out job sort of thing.
Yeah.
You're a matron.
Oh.
That is bad. You got
And
some hell
we've
of a
got
detail.
some from a well-known person we used to have, Karim Jafar. And this was when there was some aurora in Canada. And this was what he managed to do on his Google Pixel 7 with a 6-second exposure.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
man.
Stunning.
Wow.
Now, if you have a look, you can see Ursa Major straight through the middle
Yeah,
there.
straight in the
Yeah.
middle. That's
And you
gorgeous.
can see Miser and Alcor there separated
Yeah.
quite well.
Definitely. Well
Can
done.
I just say something about these auroras? These took us by surprise, literally, because these auroras could be seen all the way down to Texas. So they were quite powerful, but most of it was solar wind from a big coronal hole that was shaped. Some people said it was like the Twitter little birdie emblem. To me, it actually looked more like the Guinness harp that's on the side of a glass shape. But it took everyone by surprise. As I said, they were seen down as far as Texas, and it just goes to show. And what it did is, because I think I mentioned before, when you look at coronal holes, they've always got a positive or a negative polarity. Now, there's an acronym called SNAP, which means, and this happens around the equinoxes, it's supposed to be spring negative and autumn positive. Now, this coronal hole was showing a negative charge, which means it shouldn't have interacted hardly at all with the Earth's magnetosphere to give us this display. Which means now we've got to go back and look at this acronym, because it was, as I said, it was spring negative and autumn positive, and so this shouldn't have interacted at all, really. So it's back to the drawing books as regards SNAP. I just thought I'd put that in there.
Thank you.
Okay, right, and this one was also of the aurora, but this was taken by Karim's wife in the car as he was driving.
Oh,
Oh,
And you can
acrobatic
see it.
picture.
You can see how much the strength of the aurora was just doing it quickly through that.
fantastic.
Right.
Exactly.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And Karim is blissfully unaware.
Yeah.
Yeah. What aurora?
He's- yeah.
What you talking
Yeah.
about, Willis?
I take it.
There we are. Yeah, he was driving.
He kept his eyes
Okay,
on the
so-
road. What a
yeah.
troop.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the gallery.
Right, thank
Well,
you very much,
Thank
Roger.
you.
Viewers, thank you so much for sending in your images. If you would like to submit your images to the gallery, as always, attach them to an email, one image per email, please, and send them to gallery@spaceoddities.space. And as I always say, everybody who submits an image gets it included in their own gallery on the Space Oddities website, which is https://spaceoddities.space, and every contributor to our gallery has their own gallery on the website where you can point your friends to look at all your hard work and wonderful creations. So there we are. Don't forget to do go and have a look at the website. There's a lot of stuff to go on there yet, but we are working on it, and you'll find some interesting stuff on the website. Also, don't forget that we have a Patreon page. If you would like to join our Patreon community, just a few pounds every month, You get not only the presentations that we show you here on Tuesdays, you get videos as well. All the Mars Month videos we've published so far are up on the Patreon. We've got all the Moon Month videos from April there. And there's a lot of other stuff there as well, which you can download, which you can have with our compliments as a present for becoming part of our Patreon community. And thank you very much, because this is a way of supporting the Space Oddities channel. It's a way of keeping us going so that we can carry on into the future, bringing you our weekly dose of everything cosmic and all the videos that we put on the channel as well. Don't forget, we have more than 600 videos on the channel now, covering every aspect of the universe. So there are lots of playlists there. So go and have a wander through the channel. If you have any questions, comments, feedbacks, death threats, ransom demands, anything like that, then you can email us as ever at info@spaceoddities.space. And we're always appreciative of hearing from you. But do join our Patreon community. It's a lot of fun, lots of chats there. You can chat with other viewers, you can chat with us. We are trying to build a community, and it doesn't cost you very much at all. Price of about 1.5 cups of coffee, in fact, every month. So there we are. Anyway, moving on. We are going to go to the news now. So it's been lots in the news. We didn't have a news last week because we had a weird technical issue last week that popped up that has since cured itself. So apologies for no news last week, but I'll bring you those stories and more for this week. So let's have a look at the news. And here we go. Okay, hope you can all see that. Just let me get to the right place here. Okay, so this is the news for the 16th of September 2025. The comet, again, 3i Atlas, lovely image of comet 3i Atlas. Don't forget, this is our third interstellar visitor that we know of that has been ascertained to be an interstellar visitor from outside the solar system. And we're ready at Mars. What does this mean? Well, what this means is that Mars orbiters are going to observe the comet when it's at its closest approach to Mars. And so everything's Mars themed, of course. And that happens on the 3rd of October when the comet is going to pass 30 million kilometers from Mars. Still quite a considerable distance. But the Mars Express orbiter and the Trace Gas Orbiter, or TGO, they're going to observe it from Mars orbit using the high resolution stereo camera, or HRSC, aboard Mars Express, and the color and stereo surface imaging system, or CASIS, aboard the TGO. It's going to be, as I said, too distant for a really good look, but if it is bright enough, the HRSC may be able to give us some idea of its shape, the shape of the nucleus, that is, whether it's elongated, spherical, or irregularly shaped. If you remember Oumuamua, that was unusually elongated, more of Oumuamua a bit later, and more like an asteroid, whereas the second interstellar visitor, 2i Borisov, was more like what you would expect from a typical comet. CASIS, meanwhile, could provide insights into the comet's volatile activity and its composition. However, having said that, although the TGO will attempt to measure the spectrum of the object using its onboard spectrometers, it may prove to be too dim and distant for effective spectroscopic analysis. So we'll have to wait and see what those two Mars orbiters come up with. Now, this is really interesting. Well, I think so anyway, and I don't care. So astronomers have actually managed to trace where the comet had been before it entered the solar system. And in fact, they've managed to trace its path back 10 million years.
Wow.
Now, how on earth would you take a comet that's now in the solar system and know where it's been for the last 10 million years? Well, I'm going to go through this because it needs a little bit of explanation, so bear with me. The first thing you do, you observe the comet. You observe it many times and you track its exact path as it entered the solar system. Now, having got that, you need to rewind that orbit. So you just rewind it and you use computer models to run it backwards, undoing the effect of the sun's and the planet's gravity until the comet's far out in interstellar space. Now, we need to know, therefore, what the positions of the stars in the galaxy were during the lifetime of the comet. And luckily, we have very, very accurate measurements of the exact positions and trajectories, if you like, the motions of the stars in the galaxy, thanks to Gaia. Europe's Gaia probe, which unfortunately came to the end of its life not so long ago. It measured the 3D positions and motions of over 1 billion stars in the galaxy very precisely. So if you do the same thing with the Gaia data, you can rewind the stars as well. Using the same type of computer modeling, you can show where those stars were millions of years ago. And then what you do, you compare the paths of the stars to the path of the comet, and you can see if and when the comet passed close to any of those stars in the past, and record each, if you like, near miss, a close approach to the comet, recording all the data, the distance, the time and speed of the encounter. Then you can check the uncertainties, repeating the calculations many times with slightly different starting conditions, using things called Monte Carlo simulations, if you're familiar with those, to see which encounters were reliable. The result was that dozens of stars were found to have been near the comet's path, but none close or slow enough to be its likely home star. So although we're pretty sure about the stars that the comet has had encounters with in the past, haven't yet identified where it originated. Perhaps when we get more measurements of the comet, astronomers will be able to do that. And astronomers have actually identified 93 stars coming within 2 parsecs of the comet in the last 10 million years. 62 of those stars are high confidence, and the others they're not quite sure about. But at least we know of 62 stars in the galaxy that came within 2 parsecs of the comet in the last 10 million years. Now, to me, this is absolutely stunning stuff. It's an amazing achievement. Even though we haven't identified around which star the comet originated, we know where it's been in the last 10 million years. And this is a graph showing the spectral types of those stars that the comet has gone within 2 parsecs of. So 2 parsecs is what, 6.5 light years, and it shows their spectral types. Team, does anything stand out to you about these spectral types? Do you notice something?
Looks like an aeroplane.
No, not that, Tom. Anybody?
Spectral types. They're all on the main sequence.
Brilliant, Daz. That's exactly it. These are all main sequence stars, which is exactly what you would expect. For 2 reasons. Main sequence stars make up the vast majority of the stars in the galaxy. And also, the sort of gravitational perturbation that could throw the comet out of a star system would really only occur with main sequence stars because of various reasons. So these are all main sequence stars, and we now have a record of where the comet has been in the last 10 billion years. It's traveled through what we call the thick disk of the galaxy. Amazing work here, and perhaps when we get more measurements of the comet, eventually we'll be able to track down exactly where it came from. But it's not fair to mention this without mentioning Oumuamua, which was our first interstellar visitor, and scientists are now fairly confidently uncertain about what it was. And they come to the conclusion that Oumuamua was actually a big slab of nitrogen ice that originated on a body like Pluto, a so-called exo-Pluto. So, Avi Loeb, if you're listening, stop the crap. It wasn't an alien spaceship. It was a slab, they think, of nitrogen ice, which would explain its elongated makeup. So that it's that scientists or astronomers are pretty sure now, having studied it for a couple of years, that it was a big slab of nitrogen ice that was blown off the surface of perhaps a dwarf planet or even a larger planet like Pluto. And it's not fair to mention those two without mentioning our second interstellar visitor, which was the comet 2I Borisov, which you may remember, this gorgeous image of the comet. This did look like a conventional comet with quite a pronounced tail, T-A-I-L, pronounced tail. And this was an image of it. And they've applied the same techniques to find out where Borisov came from. And they think they've identified where this comet actually came from. It came from a binary system 13 light years away called Kruger 60 and was flung out of the whole system, probably because of the gravitational interactions between the two stars in the binary system. So we now know where 2I Borisov actually originated with a fair degree of certainty. So that's interesting. Okay, moving on. Mars in the news. More Mars. Mars has got a lumpy interior. NASA's InSight lander, which spent quite a long time examining the interior of Mars, all the Mars quakes and everything else, what it's found is that the crust of Mars is not smooth and continuous, that you might find in something like the Earth, which is fairly smooth and evenly distributed. The interior of Mars is actually lumpy, like a chunk of rocky road, you know, the thing you eat. It's got big lumps in it, and they believe that those big lumps are actually impactors that struck Mars and burrowed deep into Mars billions of years ago, maybe in the late heavy bombardment of the solar system about 3.5 billion years ago. But that's a remarkable finding. Completely unexpected that Mars has big chunks of impactors in it from the distant past.
Didn't they find the same with the moon? The core of the moon is actually very lumpy. And again, they think that some of that could be impactors.
Yes, indeed. Indeed so.
Yeah.
Indeed so. Okay, moving on. SpaceX are gearing up for flight test 11 of their Starship. This is probably going to happen first week of October, so not too far away. They've been static fire testing the booster for it, and here it is. This was quite a spectacular test.
Today, SpaceX successfully conducted a static fire test of Booster 15.2, marking a critical milestone in preparation for Flight 11 of the Starship program. The test took place at the company's launch site in Boca Chica, Texas, where all 33 Raptor engines roared to life in a synchronized burst of power and precision. With Booster 15.2 showing promising results, anticipation is high for what could be one of the most ambitious Starship launches yet, bringing SpaceX one step closer to its long-term goal of interplanetary travel.
There we are. So fantastic static fire test of the booster. So don't forget the flight test 11 following hot on the heels of the successful flight test 10, scheduled at the moment for around the first week of October. It should have been this month, but they've now moved it to the first week of October. So there's something to look forward to. Another fantastic test of this amazing vehicle. The Chinese have not been resting on their laurels. They've made a move to outperform Starlink. And although the Chinese obviously keep much of what they do in space secret, they have actually tested a satellite in geostationary orbit about 36,000 kilometers away. It's got a 2-watt laser, only a 2-watt laser, but they managed to transmit data to the ground at a speed of 1 gigabit per second, which is amazingly fast, and it outperforms Starlink's radio transmissions quite considerably. So the Chinese here testing orbits to ground data communication at a fantastic speed of 1 gigabit per second, which is quite amazing. So whether they're actually going to try and outperform Starlink and offer this to the world as a communication system? We don't know, because they never say very much. But it's still an amazing achievement. With only a 2-watt laser, they managed to still get a coherent signal through the dissipating effects of the Earth's atmosphere, down to the ground at 1 gigabit per second. So this is a big step forward for communications from orbit to the ground. Okay, so this is a really interesting story. We're in the realm of black holes here. And there's a quasar where astronomers have been able to measure the size of the corona around the central black hole. What is the corona? It's that big, enormous cloud of superheated gas surrounding the black hole. And let me just zoom in on this a bit for you so you can see it. Team, can you see what's going on here? What are we looking at?
A gravitational lensing.
Yeah.
Yes, it's lensing. In fact, there are 4 separate images of this quasar, because a foreground galaxy is actually gravitationally lensing it. So you end up with 4 different images. So this is quite amazing. The quasar in question, predictable name RxJ1131, it's 6 billion light years away. The central black hole has a mass of around 100 million solar masses. It's rotating at 50% of the speed of light. So quite fast then, 50% of the speed of light. And what astronomers noticed, which was completely unexpected, the individual images of those 4 images, the individual images of those of the quasar were flickering at different times. And they think what happened here was that stars in the foreground galaxy, which we can't see for one reason or another, were passing in front of the quasar and causing the lensed image to flicker. Now, once they'd worked that out, they could actually use that flickering to measure the size of the corona around the black hole. And the size of this corona turned out to be about the size of our solar system. So the black hole, with this incredible mass of 100 million solar masses, has a corona of superheated gas cloud around it about the size of our solar system. This method has never been used before to get a look at the corona. It's the closest look at the corona around a black hole in a quasar that we've ever been able to achieve. This is something completely new, and it's a major step forward in black hole research. Now, obviously, this phenomenon isn't going to happen very often in this configuration, where you've got a foreground galaxy whose stars are passing in front of the lensed images at different times, causing them to flicker. But it is nonetheless a major step forward in black hole research. And what a monster that object is, obviously. So there we are. Now, moving on, another weird event this week, a gamma ray burst that lasted a whole day. This has never been seen before. So this is the star field. Let's just zoom in on this a bit. And we're going to have to zoom in just a bit further. And there is the gamma ray burst in question. As you can see, it's very red. Now, let's just get some terminology out of the way first. First of all, let's define, if you don't know, viewers, what a gamma ray burst is. These are the most energetic explosions in the universe. They're producing catastrophic events like massive stars dying in powerful blasts or being ripped apart by black holes, among other events. Gamma ray bursts can produce more energy in a few seconds than the sun will generate in 10 billion years, which is an incomprehensible amount of energy, to be honest. And in 50 years of observing gamma ray bursts, this type has never been seen before, because gamma ray bursts normally last just milliseconds to minutes. This one is different. Gamma ray bursts normally don't repeat. Now, if you compare that with fast radio bursts, these intense bursts of radio waves that are still enigmatic, that we see happening all the time, all over the sky. Only a fraction of those ever repeat, and we still don't know why that is. But gamma ray bursts never repeat, because normally it means the end of a star. And once the burst has finished, the star's gone. There's nothing more to burst, if you like. So how on earth can we have a gamma ray burst that was observed for a whole day? This is really, really difficult to explain. There, in fact, were 3 distinct bursts over several hours. We don't know how far away the gamma ray burst was, but it's at least a few billion light years. A theoretical explanation, theoretically, a black hole consuming a star could, in theory, produce a gamma ray burst lasting a day, but it would have to be a very unusual star orbiting a very unusual black hole. So at the moment, this is actually really, really strange. We've got little idea of what happened here. Interestingly, though, a few hours before the gamma ray burst, there was a peak of X-rays coming from this object, and which was detected by, obviously, X-ray detectors. So we had this burst of X-rays, and then a few hours later, this titanic explosion that happened a few times, or had the effect of being seen to happen a few times. Got astronomers really scratching their heads over this one. Never seen anything like this before. So moving on, little red dots, maybe black hole stars. Now, what's this all about? Just to recap, the James Webb Space Telescope has detected these features that have been labeled little red dots. And here are just some of them. More than 40 have been discovered so far. They are small, compact objects. They are, believe it or not, red. They are very red, as you can see in these images. And these are at extreme distances from us. They were happening within hundreds of millions of years after the Big Bang. Now, the question has been, what are they? Are they galaxies very early on in their formation? Do they have black holes inside them? What's going on? They do look like single points of light rather than galaxies, and their light is very red. The red color means there's a lot of dust, which means they're very cool stars, or perhaps it's just gas making them look redder. But the gas does show signs of moving very fast, which is what we see when material is falling into a black hole. They are brighter than what would be expected if they were just galaxies. They're much brighter than you would expect from the number of stars that could form in these galaxies so early in the universe. And they're too small for their brightness compared with normal early galaxies, which suggests something else is powering this light. A good explanation is a supermassive black hole surrounded by a thick cloud of gas. Now, what happens is, as the black hole pulls in the gas, it shines brightly. So these objects could be black hole stars. And what are these? These are black holes very early in their life. They grow inside huge envelopes of gas, helping explain partly how the black holes formed so quickly. They're embedded in these huge envelopes, if you like, of gas, which means they can grow really quickly, consuming all that gas. This image isn't to scale, by the way. But this is a step forward to try and understand what these little red dots are. And this is what they've called them, black hole stars. They're not actually stars, of course. They are a black hole surrounded in a huge globe, if you like, a huge sphere of hydrogen, consuming that hydrogen at an unbelievable rate, leading to their brightness. Now, one of these red dots, fortunately, has been lensed by a foreground galaxy, the foreground galaxy Abell 2744 QS01. Some astronomers have suggested this is a primordial black hole. What is a primordial black hole? A primordial black hole is a black hole that's thought to have formed during or immediately after the Big Bang. There's a theory that says many of these were formed at the Big Bang as a result of various things. So we could be looking at something directly from the birth of the universe. It is very strongly lensed by the Abell 2744. It's got a redshift of 7.04. The black hole inside it has been measured at 5 times 10 to the 7 solar masses. But it's a near pristine environment that astronomers think they're looking at, an ancient environment, and it's got only a very, very small host galaxy around it, if that's what it is. So they think that, if you like, it's an early massive seed for the development of galaxies. A primordial origin is only one possible explanation. The other is that the black hole formed through direct collapse of a massive cloud of hydrogen. So primordial is a bit of a hypothesis rather than a confirmation. The popular press have emphasized the primordial angle, of course, always looking for sensation and, clicks and whatever. The answer is we don't know. This could be a primordial black hole right from the birth of the universe, or it could be a developing galaxy, the seed for a developing galaxy. So this is all very exciting stuff, very new stuff as well.
Andy, can I ask a question quickly?
Of course you may.
A noob question, and it's maybe a bit of a chicken and egg question, but what comes first? Does the galaxy come first, or the black hole, or do they form at the same time?
This is one of the most hotly debated questions in astrophysics, Tom. We don't know, and this is why objects like this are so useful to study to answer that question. Does the black hole form first and the galaxy grow around it, or does the galaxy form first and the center of it collapse directly into a supermassive black hole? We don't know.
And the information we're getting, the more information we get, the muddier the water gets, doesn't it?
Absolutely. No, it's true. What Dad says is absolutely true. The more information we're getting from the JWST, the murkier this whole subject gets. There doesn't appear to be a clear dividing line at the moment between the chicken and the egg. So this is why we're studying them, basically. But, look at it like this, Tom. Black hole science, thanks to the James Webb, has advanced immeasurably just in the last 3 years. Imagine we didn't have the James Webb. We probably wouldn't get to this level of understanding of black holes for years without the James Webb. And as the James Webb has another possibly, 17 years observations ahead of it, we're going to learn a lot more about the early universe, which makes everything very, very exciting. So there we are. Okay, let's move on. Gravitational wave events this week. Just thought I would tag this on to the end of the news going forward each week. What has been detected in terms of gravitational wave events this week? First of all, an event called S250912F. You can see that's the date, 250912. This was a black hole merger, 99%, greater than 99% certainty. Its chirp mass bin, let's explain that. So this is the mass of the resulting black hole. So the two black holes merged into one bigger black hole, and this is the mass of that. It's between 44 and 88 solar masses. They haven't as yet been able to work out how massive each individual of the two black holes was in terms of mass, but its combined mass after the merger in this bigger black hole was between 44 and 88 solar masses. 2,740 plus or minus 722 megaparsecs away. It was detected by LIGO Livingston and the European Virgo detector. They both detected that. The second event this week was again another black hole merger with a certainty of about 96%. And again, the resulting black hole is between 5.5 and 11 solar masses, just over 1100 megaparsecs away, and that was detected by LIGO Hanford and LIGO Livingston, those of course being the two American gravitational wave detectors. And Donald Trump is determined to cancel one of them, which would be a disaster for gravitational wave science. So there you are. Anyway, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the news for this week.
Fantastic.
Another quick question, Andy, if I may. So we spoke about earlier on about the solar mass size of that other huge black hole compared to the black holes, the black hole mergers we just saw there. Is there an average size of black hole?
Well, you've got two populations. You've got so-called stellar mass black holes, which would range from 5 up to maybe 100 times the mass of our sun. Those are the ones we detect the merger from. The ones whose mass is measured in millions or billions of solar masses are supermassive black holes at the centers of galaxies. So there are those two distinct populations. Between the two, there is a population of intermediate mass black holes, although only a couple of examples have been found of those so far. We think the population of those is much bigger, but so far we haven't detected them. So there we are. And we will, of course, keep you up to date with everything black holes, as we always do, because it is a rapidly evolving science. Oh, thanks, Sandra. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, lots of interesting stuff in the news this week. And there'll be more next week.
So
join us.
Just a matter of interest, Andy. You know, you were talking about the Chinese using the laser for communications. Have we heard anything more about the Psyche developments as regards the laser communication with the Psyche probe?
They've tested it.
Yeah, I know they've tested it at least once. I think they did at least one more test after that. Because when they did the first test, didn't they? They broadcast the kitten playing, didn't they? It was one of the
that's right.
team
That's
members'
right.
kitten. So I was just wondering if we'd heard anything else. That's all.
They did a more recent test from hundreds of millions of kilometers away, and it worked perfectly. So this is the future for communication in the solar system by laser. Because it's got a much higher bandwidth than radio.
I've got
there we
question,
are.
Andy. Sorry.
You don't apologise.
So going back to the main sequence line that we saw earlier on, I noticed that there wasn't any O or B type stars in there. Is that just because they weren't there?
The stars you saw do represent the most common spectral types. O and B stars are quite rare. In fact, compared to the other main sequence stars, they're quite rare. So statistically, you wouldn't expect the comet to have passed by.
Okay.
Yeah, and don't the O and Bs sit towards the top of the main sequence? They're
yes, they do. They're towards the top.
Usually the sort of the bigger stars.
Right.
On the, as I used to call it, because I got like a wheelworm, I couldn't get rid of it. I used to call it the Herschel-Russell diagram when it's not. It's the Hertzsprung-Russell. Yeah. So you got to think of the Audi.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Won't be a fine girl Christmas or something, is it? I don't know.
Okay. Any other questions before we move on, viewers? If you have any questions, then obviously please, as always, put them in the chat. So there we are. All right then, let's move on. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed it, Paul. We'll bring you more news, of course, next week. So Derek's going to start yelling at us at the moment because we're up to the 2 hours. But give us a break, Derek. We've done a quiz, so we're running a bit over time. So we're going to move on to our last feature of the evening, which is Constellation of the Week. So I'm going to move right over now to the man in the know, that being Roger. So take it away.
Okay, so here we go. I I got moaned at by Lou to say that this isn't actually a constellation. So we're talking about Camelopardalis. Try saying that after a few beers. Okay.
I have done, and I got into trouble.
All right. So introduction. So it's the 18th largest constellation. It's visible year round, so it's a circumpolar constellation for us. And the Camelopardalis is named from the Greek words from camel and leopard due to its long neck and spotted pattern.
A bit like Naomi Campbell.
Yeah, all right. So the sprawling constellation may not boast the brightest stars, but it holds a special place in astronomical history as one of the more recent additions to our celestial menagerie. Its distinctive shape and fascinating deep sky objects make it a rewarding target for dedicated stargazers. So, unlike ancient constellations steeped in Greek mythology, Camelopardalis has a distinctive modern origin. Created in 1612 or 1613 by the Dutch Flemish astronomer Petrus Plancius. Yeah, something like that. This constellation was designed to fill a previously star-sparse region near the North Celestial Pole. Plancius, a cartographer and theologian, as well as an astronomer, was part of the great age of celestial mapping. So his creation of Camelopardalis demonstrates the evolving nature of astronomy during the scientific revolution, where explorers of both earthly and celestial realms were expanding human knowledge. So remarkably, Camelopardalis is not part of Ptolemy's original 48 great constellations, means it carries no classical mythology. Instead, it represents a scientific curiosity of the early modern period. So there we go. So we've got Camelos and Pardis there from the Greek merging of the words together. So it's stretching its celestial neck towards the pole star. So we'll see more all about that. Naming convention reflects the European age of exploration when exotic animals from distant lands captured imaginations and inspired new ways of seeing both earthly and celestial worlds. So that's their reasoning for it. So best to be seen in February, and it's between Ursa Major, Cassiopeia, Perseus, Lynx, and Draco. So it's sort of a yeah, that's why it's got a long neck, you see, because of all these constellations it's moving around, you see. So visible up to -10 latitude, so not too bad for some of those just down below the equator there. So here's a rough illustration of its shape. So not one that not that one would easily recognize it from its designated shape, but no star is brighter than magnitude 4, so it will be a bit of a challenge if you've looking in towards the city with high light pollution, so it can be a bit difficult. So it says look for a distinctive H shape or triangular star pattern with an extended neckline stretching towards the pole. This pattern, though faint, becomes unmistakable once you learn to see it. So one to get out there and try and work out where it is. So the brightest stars we've got is magnitude 4.03, yellow G-type supergiant, approximately 1,000 light years away. CS Camelopardalis, which is 4.1, which is a blue-white B-type supergiant. But Alpha Camelopardalis is a magnitude 4.3, being one of the most distant naked eye visible stars at 6,000 light years away. Ooh.
Wow.
As Michael Caine says, not a lot of people know that.
I certainly do.
Yeah, there we are. See, these are the things that you need to know. So we've got several binary and multiple star systems in Camelopardalis, including Sigma 1694, a blue-white binary system, 300 light years away. Z Camelopardalis, which is a type Z-Cam type variable, cataclysmic variable stars that undergo dramatic brightness changes, offering insights into stellar evolution. And over 5 stars within Camelopardalis is confirmed exoplanets, expanding our planetary formation and diversity beyond our solar system. So some interesting facts there. So some deep sky objects. We've got NGC 2403, which is a spiral galaxy at 10 million light years away, part of the M81 group, discovered by William Herschel. And we've got NGC 1502, which is an open cluster at magnitude 6.9. So that's a pair of binoculars job. Then we've got IC 432, the hidden galaxy, which is a starburst galaxy obscured by Milky Way dust, approximately 11 million light years distance. So there we are. And then we've got the Oyster Nebula. Oh, that's one for Tom. Dying star belt, which is NGC 1501. So that might be worth a few tens of hours on. Although I guess it might be quite small, but we'll see about that.
Yeah, it'd be small, yeah.
So we've got each October we've got the Camelopardalis meteor shower. Not one that I actually am aware of, but there we are. And from a radiant meteors. From comet 209P linear, so that's where we got the meteor shower from for that.
It's tiny. It's tiny. NGC 1501.
So these are the adjoining Ursa Major constellations, which includes Camelopardalis, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, Draco, Bootes, and Lynx. So I think we've covered most of those constellations in Constellations of the Week, actually.
I think we have, yeah.
So it was originally discovered in the early 17th century there, and there is a biblical connection in 1624 when Jacob Barsh suggested linking Camelopardalis to the biblical camel written by Rebecca, though his interpretation remains debated among astronomical historians. So there we go. Constellation symbolizes humanity's expanding worldview during the great age of exploration. So there we are. So now this is an interesting person looking through a telescope. I don't know where the tripod's gone. I don't know. I don't know whether she's looking through the guide scope or checking something on her phone there. But yeah, so it's just a matter of Kemble's Cascade. I'm sure a few people are aware of that. It goes through part of Camelopardalis, so that might be worth a look at. I don't seem to remember doing that one as all, but there we are. So, don't know what's happened there. So we've got a good idea of how to find it and what we can do to make ourselves aware of the constellation there. So, so it's fairly recent constellation. So I get the reason why Lou isn't exactly ecstatic over this constellation due to the effect of its newness, and they had to fill in the gap in the sky with something. So that's what they came up with, basically.
We got a Carl Sagan thing at the bottom. Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
There we are.
So he says, the cosmos is within us. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself. So there we are. That's where we got the so all made of star stuff. So there we go. So that's
there we are.
So there's a constellation that wasn't a constellation not till recently.
Fantastic. All right.
So
thank you so much, Roger. So that's Camelopardalis. Ian says, have the stars change magnitude? I noticed that alpha isn't always the bright. This is very true.
Yes.
Very true. Quite often you find that initial measurements of a star's magnitude place it as the brightest in the constellation, but in fact further measurements make it another star as the brightest. So some constellations do have alpha as the brightest star when they're not.
Yeah.
It's just a measure.
I mean, that's one of the things we've noticed when we've been doing this series, thanks to Michael and Roger. I think Michael's asleep. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they might have. I mean, the boundaries might have changed. So consequently, some of the stars will be brighter than some of the original stars that were marked out in that constellation.
Yeah. Michael is our resident dormouse. So, so there we are. So he's woken up.
Yay!
It's past your bedtime, isn't it?
I've got to go.
Yeah.
You've got to go. We've got to go.
Yeah.
Get your slippers and your Rolex.
Hey, I've had my hot chocolate.
Ooh.
Yeah, good. Okay. And you've changed your colostomy bag, as I told you.
Don't tell everybody.
Good man. All right, then. We will draw things to a close for this evening. Firstly, thank you to all of you who participated in the quiz tonight. We hope you enjoyed it. Many congratulations to Sandra for winning the Great Mars quiz and thereby winning the book, The Search for Life on Mars.
We was robbed.
Yeah, we was robbed.
And I was yes.
So Sandra, don't forget, send us an email at info@spaceoddities.space with your postal address, and we will get the book sent to you as soon as we can. And many congratulations. We hope you enjoy reading the book. I personally haven't read it, but by all accounts, from all the reviews, it's a really, really good book. And Nicholas, who was our guest, as you may remember, a couple of weeks ago, was co-author, and he is a very good writer. So I'm sure you will enjoy it, and perhaps increase your Mars knowledge even further. Although on the back of tonight's performance, that doesn't look possible, Sandra. So there we are. All right, we will return next week, of course. In the meantime, don't forget, we are putting up videos every day now as part of Mars Month. We've got 2 weeks left of Mars Month. We've got a lot more videos to go. If you have any questions, any comments, either put them in the comments in the video or email us at info@spaceoddities.space. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for supporting us, for being here, for sharing your time with us tonight. Have a fantastic week, everybody. We'll be back next week with more Mars stuff because it's Mars Month, obviously. Until then, have a great week. Look after each other. Take care of yourselves. And we will see you very soon. What is it?
Yeah, Mars is about to be occulted.
Have you got some for everybody, Roger?
No. Dear. Can't get the stuff. Very selfish.
I know.
All right.